Slack? Bonusly? Scribe? Loom is awesome. Lots of good. Isn't it crazy, like all of the different systems that are available that you can choose from? It's awesome. Sometimes we get used to just doing things the way we've always done them, and so it's nice to see that there are other ways and better ways. So the next part of our training today, we're going to dive into value. That last little bit where we were working on ChatGPT and it was building some value statements out into the scripts, that was super, super helpful. But we're going to talk about why is value so important and how do you get your CSRs to use value statements and to think about value. And so we're going to have a little fun this morning. We're gonna do something in just a moment. I'm gonna need your participation. But I want to introduce this book to you. It's called Sprinkles. Has anyone ever read this book before or heard of this book? It's by Chip R. Bell, and it is all about creating awesome experiences through innovative service. It's about adding the little sprinkle, the little special touch on your call. What can we do to make those calls extra special? What can we do to make our service extra special? It's just that little nice finishing touch. And so in this book, he quotes Anthony Bourdain, who's a celebrity chef. Everybody know Anthony. If you love to cook, you probably know who he is. But he says he's judged a lot of cooking shows. And he says when he's judging chefs as they're bringing plates to him that they've created, you know, his first thing, besides how it looks, is it good? Does this give me pleasure to eat this? Like, is it good? And when our customers are calling us, they're thinking the same thing, like, is this gonna be a good experience? And how do we surprise them and just give them a very delightful experience that they're not really expecting, right? That is what we wanna create. So not only do we wanna create good customer experience, but we want them that just gives them this, we wanna give them an experience that's like this unexpected pleasure, like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. That is great, right? They're loving it. So I love this book. This would be a great book to read with your CSRs if you guys are looking for something fun to kind of go through to talk about a great customer experience. So this part of our training about value, I like to call it adding sugar. And my CSRs, this is part of our my 7-star CSR training. But when we talk about phone calls or experiences, think about a treat. And if you add a little sugar to it, isn't it nice? It's just this little extra something. What if you dumped sugar on top of that? Too much sugar, right? Have you ever had a customer service call and you've talked to somebody, but they're just like over the top sweet to you and it's almost annoying? Right? Like, okay, stop, that was too much. So it's finding just that right amount that gets you, that makes you feel good. And so we're gonna have a little bit of fun this morning. We're gonna have a little competition between tables here in just a moment. So get your teams ready. How many of you have ever watched the show Shark Tank? Shark Tank, okay. So in Shark Tank, is there anyone who has not watched Shark Tank? Okay, in this show, entrepreneurs come on to sit in front of some investors and they share their idea, their invention, their product, their service with them, and in hopes that one of these investors will be their business partner and partner up with them and help them make bazillions of dollars selling their product, right? But in order to do that, when they get on there, they have to talk about, they have to share why their product is so great or why their service is so amazing and really sell it to these investors. You've probably done this before, not even knowing, when you're trying to talk to your friends about a movie you went and watched, that you just love this movie and you're talking about how great it was and what an amazing show it was, and trying to talk them into coming and watching this movie with you, right? Or maybe it's a new restaurant that you've just tried that was so phenomenal and you're getting them really excited about trying this restaurant with you and you're sharing how phenomenal it was, or this new ice cream shop, or whatever it is. You've sold products or services before just by talking about how great they were, right? Well, your challenge for my Shark Tank today is you are going to select an object, something, a service. You have to have a physical object to help you share this. So something at your table, look in your backpacks, your purses, find something on the table. You're going to come and present it to our panel of Shark Tank judges. And you have to teach us, we'll choose the one that we think is going to help us save time, save money. It's going to provide safety or health or something for our family, and it makes us just feel really good. So those are kind of our judging criteria. You'll have 2 minutes to present it, and I do have a prize for the entire winning team. So you need some type of a service object, something that you're going to present to my Shark Tank panel. This is me when I start combining words. Does anyone else do that? I've made up some really bad words before when the wrong words go together. So our Shark Tank panel of judges, we will judge that. But remember, it needs to save time, it needs to save money, it needs to be something that can help my family, keep us safe, or keep us healthy. So anything you've got at your table that you want to use to help present this idea, service, product, I'm going to give you 10 minutes as a team to decide what that is, come up with your selling point so you can pitch it to us, and then one at a time you will come up and present that to the panel. So you've got 10 minutes to prepare with your team and come up with an idea for the Shark Tank. Ready? Go. Okay, just so you know, these guys asked if more than one person can come up. So yeah, because on Shark Tank, sometimes it's the whole team, sometimes it's 2 people, 1. So I'll give you a couple more minutes to decide who's going to present. Okay, here we go.
Good morning, beautiful sharks. So today the product that I'm going to be presenting to you is the Shocks. They are headphones. I'm wearing them now so you can see. Nice. They go over the ear and behind your hair. If you don't have hair, they just sit behind on your head. There's a little gap. So when I'm not wearing them, they can just sit around my neck. They're very lightweight. They're very comfortable. You can feel them if you want. They're very stretchy. You can twist them no matter what size head you have. I'm going to pull out my notes. So they are lightweight. You get no headaches or earaches after extensive use. Because they wrap around the ear, you can still hear what the outside world is doing. So if you're like driving, if you don't have a radio, you can still hear what's going on around you. I can often listen to music at a low setting and still hear people that are talking to me. Or if I'm on the phone, I can still hear, oh, okay, they said this, what's going on. So for our technicians out in the field, it's very helpful if they have to phone a friend for what's going on. They can still hear the customer. Hands-free while driving. They're water resistant. They're usually made for people that are working out so that you can run, you can jump, you can box, you can swim. They're water and sweat resistant. I did accidentally put a pair through the washing machine for an hour and they survived. Wow. No notice in battery life changes. I only have to charge them once a week. I accidentally leave them on all the time because I forget I'm wearing them. You can answer calls hands-free. They connect to cell phones, dial pad, which is the program we use, so I can talk to customers. They can hear me perfectly fine. It's wonderful. They're stretchable, movable, durable. They go on sale frequently all the time, and they have protection plans through Amazon. So it's like $5 for 5 years to warranty them out. Like I said, I accidentally put them through the washing machine, had no issues. I've got 2 pairs, so I just change them out. Perfect.
Wonderful. Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you.
They're called Shocks. They're SHOKZ.
I'll start with a question, if that's okay, and then we'll each take a turn. Now, do these connect automatically to computers? What's the connection like? They can.
So they're just Bluetooth, like any other standard headphone. So they're a Bluetooth connection. They connect very easily, quickly. You don't have to set up and pair them too often. Once you remember the device, you never have to redo it. I've never had an issue pairing them.
Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. Your question.
The over the ear and around the neck, do they have any weight to them? Do they feel cumbersome at all when they're on the ear, on the top of the ear?
So like I said, I forget that they're on. I have the gap because I've got a smaller head back here, like my bone doesn't stick out as much. So I will lay down and it'll push them forward, and I'll forget that I'm wearing them all the time. Okay. So they never give me headaches. Yeah, because they're not in the ear or pressing on the ear or over my head. I don't get headaches, and yeah, they're just very lightweight.
Do they have a storage component, like a shell case or someplace to put them away when you're not using them?
Yes, they come with a little bag.
Bag, okay.
So yeah, and they can become quite small because they just fold up like so.
Oh, cool.
Or they can stretch depending on how big your head is.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
So you said they frequently go on sale, but what is the price point? What are you charging for these?
So typically I believe last we looked, they were $100. I got my second pair on sale for $70, and then the protection plan is usually anywhere, depending on how long the protection you want is, typically $5 to like $30 if you want like a 10-year extended warranty. If you have any issues with them, you just send them back. If they can't fix them, they'll send you a new pair.
Great.
All right, round of applause. Thank you.
Who's next?
Let's find out who's next. Next table is table 4.
Good morning, judges, and good morning, everyone. How many of you here drink water? Everyone. Well, I present to you the flask. Not just any flask, it's the flask. The new innovative form of drinking water has arrived. This object right here will help you save time. For the past 2 days, I've seen a handful of you walk up to go get water. Adding up that time, it's about 5 minutes. How many times have you got up?
0.
Saves time.
On top of saving that time, you're also saving money. You don't have to spend any money on buying any purified water through water bottles or any water subscription services. You just fill it from the tap and you're ready to go. It has a built-in filter so you can put it in a lake and you're ready to sip.
The flask. So the price point for the flask is 2 for $20. It does include 2 extra filters. It provides a healthy sip every time. It's pocket friendly, environment friendly, kid friendly because it's spill proof. It makes us feel quenched, hydrated, and could even use it as a self-defense tool by swinging it away.
We actually used it last night. We were walking to the garage. Somebody tried to grab my purse and she swung it. Bam, knocked him out. Do you see the dent? There's dents. There's dents, but it's still working.
And it's also customizable and the CSR Academy approved.
I love it. I love it.
Is that it?
I think that's it, yeah.
Terrific.
Amazing. Wonderful. And what was your inspiration for this product?
Yeah, so what inspired us was we go on hikes a lot. Also, I'm a very frequent Disney goer, and their water bottles are very expensive. So this helps me just save a lot of money because I think their bottles are like $8 a water bottle. So that's what also inspired it.
Great.
Beautiful. Tell me about the strap or the holding mechanism. That seems to be different. Explain why that's a part of the feature set.
It's part of it because it hooks on right here around the base of it. It also comes with a longer one. I have a longer strap, and you just can carry it around. And it also helps because it has this little hook. And I can hook it up to a stroller, to my pant loop sometimes, my backpack. So it's very easy to handle and less likely for me to lose it because it's easier to hold something this way, for me at least, or like a little bag.
Got it. Beautiful. Thank you.
Little accessory.
Yes.
So, the self-defense, tell me about that. Are you marketing it as self-defense?
No, it's very hefty when it's full. So if you're ever walking through a parking lot or anything, it also comes with a hook right here. And you can just swing away. Yes, and with this one especially too, you get a lot more swing out of it. So if you're ever alone or scared, you just start swinging away. And I've dropped it multiple times, and it's very durable.
It's for just in case.
Yeah, just in case, yeah.
Extra features.
Extra features, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Needs to go 2, 4.
Alrighty, good morning. So today I wanted to first start with one question. How many of you guys own a laptop, a computer, social media, have their own handheld device? All of us? Who loves it? I know I do. I utilize mine every day, about a bajillion times a day, give or take the math. But one of the reasons that I wanted to bring up the quality of getting a good laptop and how it can really affect your day-to-day and your life and your effectivity and how you can go about how you do your time management. So this right here is an HP. This is one of the models that they offer. They do range starting typically from the low 200s all the way up to $500, $600, $700, depending on the model and features you wanted to have part of your day-to-day and your routine. One is great with time management and the productivity level. I can go through and on the go take this wherever I need to, like here, the CSR Academy, still check in, still be part of it, and still be able to do my day-to-day a lot quicker than taking a piece of paper out, writing down, then checking my grammar, all of that, my spelling. So this allows me to be a bit more effective every day. Along with that, it enhances the safety for families. So if any of you have small children or kids who want to get on the laptops, they're go, go, go now, you can now adjust their settings, adjust what they're able to see, adjust where they're able to go. So it allows you to be a bit more in control of their online presence, which I'm sure all of the parents in this room probably loves. Along with that, it allows you too to be able to check in with doctors. So I can stay home instead of making my way downtown to wait in line, sit in a room for about 40 minutes, and then finally get seen. I can just go through here, wait in the queue, hang out at home, go through and see my doctor still. Along with that, it always allows us to, like I said, be anywhere, everywhere, anytime. So I can connect if I'm in Utah, if I'm in Vegas. I can do that from home. So say I'm sick, can't get into the office. I'm able to still go through and get my people helped out and work from home.
Awesome. What would you say is the biggest difference between this laptop and what did you say it was called?
It's an HP. I don't have the exact series model.
Okay.
Because I bought it about 7 years ago.
What would you say is the biggest differentiating factor between your laptop and other standard laptops?
What I love is the price point change. So where I'm able to go through, instead of spending a hefty penny on a MacBook, which I love, they're beautiful, I'm able to kind of control my budget and what fits right with the qualities that I need in a laptop comparatively to what I need to be doing in my day-to-day on here.
Okay, great.
I love the fact that you talked about settings and control. I think that a lot of parents share devices, especially when they're considering budget as part of the way they can communicate with their family. Tell me, does each person have a login screen, or is there a way that you can
Absolutely.
access the computer in that way?
So you're able to actually control and add as many accounts as you'd like. So you can have an account that's specific for the little ones, and then an account that's specific for yourself. So you don't have to worry about someone getting in, deleting that presentation you've been working about 4 hours on.
Yeah.
You can make sure it's safe to go on your own personal profile, and they can have their own specific settings for their profile.
Beautiful, thank you.
Does it come in different colors, sizes? What's the weight capacity? If I have to carry it around, is it heavy?
Absolutely, great question. So we actually have a few different colors. This one's going to be the darker bronze one. They did have a rose gold one for whoever likes rose gold, as well as a silver one, so the traditional laptop color. What I like is this is just, I would say, maybe about 5 to 8 pounds. This one's the larger model. They do have a smaller one, so if you're looking for more of a handheld on the go, they do have a smaller option that might be a better fit for you and your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Sharks. I'd like to introduce you today to Team Hydrate. Are you tired of prehistoric old school water bottles? We're here to elevate your water intake. As service technicians, we're working long hours, especially in demanding and hot environments where staying hydrated is crucial but often overlooked. Hydration can lead to serious health risks, including heat exhaustion, reduced mental awareness, and decreased productivity.
And did you know that 212,593,95 single-use bottles replaced by Hydrate Spark Champions each year?
Introducing the Hydrate Spark.
Oh.
Ah.
The Hydrate Spark is a water bottle that monitors your daily water intake. So it comes in a variety of different sizes, colors, and there is even a corporate side of things that you can actually have them branded to your own company. So the way that this works is that there is a little scale at the bottom of the water bottle. So every single time you take a sip of your water bottle and put it down on the table, it will then weigh it and then glow to let you know that you have drank something from it. There is an app that it syncs to via Bluetooth, and so you can bring it up on your phone, and it shows you in the app. You set a goal, and then it tells you how far you are with that goal, if you reached it, how much you still have left. It tracks everything that you drink, so it lets you know where you're at in your day. Is that right?
Love it.
Wonderful. Now, what is the price point, and how do you see your return on investment with that price point?
So the price point varies. They do come in different price points for cost effectiveness. So they do come in plastic versions. They're a little bit less expensive than the steel version, which is probably around
This one's $50.
$50, whereas the plastic version is around $24. Yeah.
There's also 2 different sizes, right?
So they come in actually 4 different sizes, 14, 16, 21, and 32. So you can decide whether or not, some people like bigger water bottles, some like small. So there's the whole thing rolled into one.
From a branding aspect, you have engraving, color printing, and Pantone matching. So you can get your Academy Green put right on there.
Ooh.
And so it hits all of the safety features. Sorry. It's helping you save time, money, and it's helping you make sure that your family, and in this case, we were also talking about technicians. We're making sure that our technicians are safe. There are over 40 deaths a year from heat exhaustion out in the field. So we're making sure that our technicians are safe.
And we're saving the environment.
And we're saving the
I love
environment
it.
while we're doing it.
All right, what's your question?
My question is, can you customize the colors at all on the bottom, or are they just specific colors?
I'm glad you asked that.
Ooh, I love it.
So this app is a free app,
Sure.
but you can customize, and there is a paid version where you can customize your color features. And what's called the Glow Studio. And then so you go in here. So like, for example, I have my Glow Studio branded to my company colors, which are purple and yellow.
Nice.
And so every time I take a sip of water, it glows purple and yellow
I
for my
love
company.
it. Great. Thank you so much.
Right, there we go with the green.
Is it an attachment that you have to put to, is it the attachment or the bottle in general that you are trying to sell?
So I am
Could
trying
put
to
that
sell
on
this.
any bottle?
No. So this bottle is all attached in one. So it's proprietary to the bottle itself. So it cannot be used on one of the older model water bottles. This is just for this water bottle.
Got it.
It's safe to wash?
The bottom is not dishwasher safe. However, a bottle brush fits perfectly inside the cylinder, but the top is dishwasher safe. So there's 2 gaskets that you just pop off and put the top and the 2 gaskets right in the dishwasher.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Love it.
You're welcome.
Okay, our judges have a big decision to make. I will let our 2 judges go to the back and kind of listen to this next discussion, because this will help you as you determine which table is walking away with our big prize today. But before we determine the winner, obviously there's a reason we're doing this at CSR Academy, right? What did you take away from this that you think would be applicable, or why would this be helpful for CSRs to do something similar with with your own CSRs?
Build confidence, better speaking.
Maybe better speaking, confidence. What else? Benefits of going with our company, choosing us.
They're salespeople too. They're just selling equipment.
Okay.
Can I give that to you? Because that was exactly
Yes. Yeesh. Sticker for Ari. What were you going to say, Sarah?
Just going over the positives and making sure that they can highlight what they're doing and that they are making that difference instead of just, oh, I'm just picking up the phone every day. That's all I'm doing. But for them to feel like, hey, I'm making a positive.
Okay, good.
And then believing in the why, right? Like you were making us, like we had to sell this product, but in order to sell something, you need to believe in it.
Absolutely,
so
right?
Sure that, you're behind what you're saying.
Yeah, I could feel the passion from every single group that presented. You were excited about that product. You were excited about what you were presenting, and you made me get excited about it as a judge, right? And our CSRs are doing the same thing with our products and our services and our team and our company when they're talking to customers. But either they're bringing that passion and that excitement and getting customers excited about it, or they're just chatbotting information out. We're not there to just inform customers. We're there to get them excited about what we do, right? That is the value. That's what we're bringing.
I love how creative this was too, because a lot of times, like, that's what you kind of need to do as a CSR is like think outside the box and be creative. It's not just a one mold fits all, and it's not just about the square hole. Like, not everything can fit in the
Exactly.
square hole.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Any other thoughts? I didn't mean to cut anyone else off if you had other ideas on this.
Also, I think it helps to sell our memberships if they present in a certain way instead of just like, yeah, it's $16, but if you tell them why,
Yes.
what it's going to do for you,
Exactly.
it's going to change it.
Yeah. I want to go back to each presentation, and I'm going to write down, share with you some of my notes from these presentations of things that I noticed that I think would be great for your CSRs to take. So if you do this with your CSRs or your call center team, I want you to evaluate and write down some of those notes, but then go back and highlight some of the things that they did with their particular object, and then see if they can make the analogy to your products, your services, your team, and so forth. So let's start with table 2. They came up and talked about the shocks, right? Something that I loved about Katarina's presentation, she talked about the features of it. Like, it's lightweight, it's comfortable, like the safety part of it, you're not gonna get headaches. Do we have solutions for people that will help with some of their physical problems that they have? We do. Like, what are the benefits for them to use that exact product? Like, how is that going to help them personally? And even just like me thinking about not getting headache, like, ooh, that I can relate. I've had a headache before, right? I loved how she said, I forget I'm even wearing them sometimes. They're so comfortable. And she was taking it back to, like, I use this product. This is something I use and I love. How many of your team members have actually used your services and products before and can speak to them from firsthand experience? Oh my gosh, I've had that technician at my house before, and he does such a good job. He's so careful and so thorough. I love the way he just took his time to go through the system and explain everything to me. When you can speak about your company as a customer, like I've experienced it, and you're almost giving your own testimonial of your company, it's so powerful, isn't it? But your CSRs can't do that if they've never experienced your service before. And maybe they're not homeowners. Maybe they don't really have the opportunity to have you come out and service or provide that service, but they could do a ride-along and they could watch. And I know I know a lot of people will video their ride-alongs, but there's so much value in doing ride-alongs. How many of you do ride-alongs with your company right now? Send your CSRs on ride-alongs. Anybody want to share what's the value of doing that? How has that helped?
The value for us is that we are able to give our CSRs, even our door team also does ride-alongs, so they can see firsthand what our technicians are selling, how they're selling it, and they can associate what an eye sensor is, because it's like, oh, we only hear words, they don't see pictures, and take it out there and see how that interaction goes, to see what the product is that we are talking about day in and day out, has been very, very informative. We even have had a vendor reach out to us and ask if they could have their CSRs ride along with our installers and technicians, because they learned that they would like to do that. And they're a vendor, so they just produce product, but they want their CSRs to know what the product is, how it functions. And so we've been allowing them to ride along and go to some of our installs and
That's
get
great.
experience as well.
Yeah.
I also really like it if it helps put the perspective of how I took this call, and then the next day I went out with my technician and went to this actual job that I had booked. And so then here I have this frame of, hey, this is going to be an awesome call. Like, I did this so well, and I can just kind of see, oh wait, I probably should have asked this question, or I could have done this, and this is how I set you up for success, or where I kind of missed the mark, those things.
Yes.
Just how our job affects them.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, good comments. Sarah, and then we'll go over here.
It builds trust between the teams. They get to see.
It does. That's an extra benefit, right?
Whether you do a sit-along for them to see what it's like for a CSR, or you do a ride-along for the CSR to see what a technician does, they start to build trust of like, oh, okay, I know that I can trust that you know what you're doing, I can back you up and put value to you, versus like having teams against each other. It creates this oneness in the company.
Yeah, I think it's difficult for a CSR to be like, yeah, you can trust our technicians. They do a really good job. They clean up after themselves. If they've never been out there, if they've never seen what a technician does, it's really hard to speak that and feel like honest about saying that when you don't know and you haven't experienced it, right? Is that what you were going to say as well? Yes, yeah, absolutely. So I think whenever a CSR can speak about their own personal experience and almost give a testimonial about how wonderful it was with the customer, a customer can feel that passion, they can feel that conviction. And, I think what this does, it's, I'm trying to think of a nice word. I don't want to just sound manipulative, but you're persuading the customer. This is a sales job. CSRs don't like to hear that they're in sales, but really, it's their job to convince the customer to book a job with us. And so this is just one tool and one way to do it, is to share their experience and what they've experienced with the team. Because it feels off, but it has to be authentic. You know what I mean? They need to experience it to be able to honestly and genuinely be able to back that up and give a good testimonial for your company. Awesome. Is there anything else that stood out to you about their presentation that you liked or that you thought stood out to you?
I wanted to buy them.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I asked her, like, what?
How many times do you get on social media in some of these CSR groups and it's like, what headsets does everybody use? Does it have a microphone built into it too?
Yeah, I was going to have Sarah call me and put it on speaker because you can hear really well. And you don't hear everything around you either.
Wow.
The microphone's facing the opposite way.
Okay, so very practical tool for CSRs, for this audience specifically. So, great job.
I like the fact that it goes behind your hair, and I like that you said that too, because that's like a big thing. Because I specifically bought a headset for myself that doesn't have the one-eared thing, the whatever.
Yeah.
I have it go on both ears because whenever I take it off, it always would catch my hair, and it's like and then it just frazzles me and annoys me.
Yeah. Yeah. She knew her audience. She did great. Okay, let's go to table 4. Let's talk about their presentation. What were a few things that they did that stood out to you that was appealing to you?
I liked the fact that she made that into a safety item as well as
Multifunctional. I did too. Yes. It was fun and engaging.
The way that they worked together as a group, they all kind of took a moment and talked about it and were able to add.
Yeah, yeah. And I like that they were all very intentional about thinking about how it saved them time. One talked about how it saved time. One talked about how it saved money, how it was safety. They talked about taking it to the lake, like they showed, oh, you can take it to the lake and filter it itself. And I don't know if it really does that, but if it does, that's really cool, right? But sometimes we have these really cool products at our company that do really cool things. But because we look at them and we talk about them every day, we don't talk about how really awesome they are, right? I mean, if you're in heating and air conditioning, you can change the weather in people's houses. That is amazing. If you were in plumbing, you are bringing, like, can you imagine a home without plumbing? Our whole society would literally shut down without plumbing. The whole society would shut down. People could not survive without good drinking water. We would all die. The end. Think about garage doors. The safety of the home. The protection of your assets and the things that it does, the aesthetics that it brings to your home. Like, think about the cool things. Like, I know day to day it's just like, oh, this is just what we do. But when you really think about the cool and exciting parts of that, people say the trades are not a sexy industry. I beg to differ. We do a lot of really cool things, right? Really, really neat things. And we need to be able to talk about that. And it's not just, oh yeah, this is just this, like thinking of our word choice and how we talk about those things. So I love the value that they brought in each of those different things. Let's see, what else? Oh, I loved talking about personal experiences, and when she talked about using it as a weapon, yeah, I used it last night. Bang. Right? Like, that was awesome. That goes back to, I use this. I believe in it. I use it. When your CSRs can talk about how much they believe in your product, in your company, in your team, why wouldn't the customer, right? So that's awesome. Okay, let's go to this table. What did we like about this presentation?
She was a great speaker.
Oh, absolutely.
Very great speaker, great communicator.
I like how she knew her audience and she went right to the moms with the safety feature on the making sure different profiles and stuff like that.
Yes, she talked about the safety. Do you want to tell them how you came up with your presentation?
Yeah, actually. So we utilized that first lesson that we were taught. I had us all add some ideas together, made a list, and then said, hey, make a sales pitch on ChatGPT, and had it make me a sales pitch. So I just used all of our ideas and had it use those ideas to make it sound more professional, and just kind of used it as a tool to kind of keep myself on track while I was talking.
How about that? Thinking smart, right? Using exactly what we just learned in there. I love that. One thing that I noticed that she did that stood out to me is because we only had 2 minutes to get through this. When you're on the phone with a customer, you don't have a lot of time to give a whole sales pitch, right? You kind of have to pick the 2 or 3 points that are most important or that you could think would be most important to the customer. So she went through the most important things she felt was important, but in her 2 minutes, one thing she didn't get to was the price and how it would save money. Did you notice that? She didn't do that. But my first question to her, she was able to bring in the price point right away because that was still a value point. She just didn't get to it, but she was able to use that in the next question. With our customers, we may not be able to read all of our value statements about a specific product or thing, but you read a couple. This is where you add a little bit of sugar. You share a couple of those value statements. Then when they ask a question, you bring another value statement in, and you're able to respond with more value statements. So now you're not dumping all of the sugar on at top and sounding like a complete salesperson, but you're just educating them with a few of the main price points or a few of the main value points. And then as they engage with you, you add a little more. And you add a little more. And pretty soon at the end, they're eating out of your hand and they cannot wait to schedule that service call because it sounds so amazing. Right? Yes. Really, really good. Anything else you liked about this presentation? Okay, let's go to this table right here. Couple notes. What did we like about this presentation? What were a few things that stood out to you as they were sharing the value and really selling this?
I like the technology that she talked about with the app and everything, because I think in HVAC we have a lot of technology now with zoning and Wi-Fi thermostats, so you can connect from different, when you're away from home, you can connect and all that. I think if we talk more about those things, it would really connect more.
Yes, absolutely. Especially if you know who your audience is, right? Yes. Are they people that are wanting something simpler, easier, more convenient.
We have a lot of snowbirds, so.
Yes, make it easy for them to control that even if they're not at home. Good, yeah.
I like that it was a simple idea that you could customize as much as you wanted to, like if you wanted to, and if you didn't, it was still simplistic and usable and user-friendly.
Yes, good. Here and then
I
here.
really love, again, how they worked together. Each person had a part. Like you said, they kind of went through the different things that we needed to hit, so we all worked together to like get there. But I also think it was nice how they were able to show different examples of like how they utilize those, why it's important, you know, speaking about the safety of your technicians, like that was huge, not just thinking about themselves and their everyday and ooh, pretty colors, but the real, you know, positive effects that it can have on people.
Absolutely, good.
Yeah, I like the way that they presented the stats about the water bottles.
That was something they did that no other group did. They brought in data and facts because you're going to have people who give me the data. I make all my decisions based off of data, where you're going to have other people who make decisions off of emotions. But for those logical thinkers, they need data points, right? Okay, that's some really good data. So can we add some of those data points into some of our value statements as well? That was really, really good. Yes, I love that. Great. Other thoughts for this group? Anything you were intentional doing that maybe someone hasn't said?
I did a really good Vanna White.
You did. The display was great.
It's in my notes. It's in my notes.
We started having to change up a little bit of our presentation. When we first win.
Right. What if you would have went first? Then they would have probably had to try and change. But I loved it. You both had different selling points. Like, I want this one for the self-defense and the filtering stuff. Like, this is my, but I want this one to help me make sure I stay hydrated because it's going to track it for me. So like different values, same thing, like two very similar things, but two different purposes.
I liked it was awesome when she was sharing this with us. He was like, I just have dinosaurs. And I was like, there, it's the old school prehistoric versus the future. So that was like a perfect word.
So
You
that
saw it
was
as a
so
negative,
fun.
it was like a disruptive. We saw that as like an anchor point for the selling point.
Yeah, and isn't that true? You can kind of compare apples to oranges as value points, as value statements too, right? We used to be able to just have a regular water bottle, but now we have bottles that can track how much water you're drinking, and it, like, all the extra value points. I love the options that you gave too, in sizes, in colors. Do customers like options?
Yes, they do.
Customers like options. The customization, absolutely.
We were talking about, I'm a soda drinker, and I said, well, do you think if I had one of those, I would stop drinking soda less? Because it would tell me how much I was
There you
drinking?
go.
She's like, yeah.
There you go. I love that.
I know.
Yes.
Positive reinforcement.
Exactly.
It tells you to drink.
And it tells you to drink. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we will pick a winner based upon your ability to follow this. So I'll converse with the judges over lunch and we'll announce our winners. But what I'd like to do next is, now that our Shark Tank is finished, think about this, and we've kind of discussed this as we've been going along. But adding the sugar, this is how I like to refer to it in my training, instead of just like value statements. Like, value statements can mean a lot of different things, but how do we make it desirable? When you think about value statements, the whole purpose is to make it sound desirable for your customer. How do you get your customer excited about what you're offering them over the phone? So, excited about your company, excited about your team, excited about your products or your services that you offer. And this is a practice that I think it's a really good brainstorming activity for your team to sit down and really, let's come up with a list together of all of the amazing things about, first, let's say, our company. Okay, here's the thing. There are a lot of garage door companies in Utah. There are a lot of heating and air conditioning companies in Las Vegas. There are a lot of competitors, right? How do you stand out? What makes your company different? Why should I choose your company and not the company down the street? Do your CSRs, you know, I don't know that you would ever get a customer, but there might be a customer that challenges that. Well, why should I pick you and not your competitor? Would your CSR be ready to share why to choose your company and not the other company? What's that?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Well, somebody, let's just play. Just throw some things out. Tell me why I should pick your company. What's something special about your company? Tell me about your company, Francisco. Why should I choose your company?
You've been in business for 42 years.
You've been in business 42 years? Okay, you've been around a long time. I might pick that company. That's awesome. Why should I choose your company?
We offer 3-year labor for every install.
Every single install. Okay. 3 years of labor. I don't think all AC companies do that. That sounds pretty good. What about you guys? Why should I choose your garage door company?
3,500 5-star reviews.
Whoa.
And they're real.
And they're real.
Which means that's a company that a lot of customers have trusted and had good success with. I like that one. What else?
Experienced technicians and integrity.
Experienced integrity. Okay, good.
Pricing.
Tell me about your pricing. Why is your pricing better than other companies?
Oh, I can't be on the spot. We have a low price guarantee and our pricing is very competitive. And then we will beat another competitor's pricing.
There you go.
Our products and our service, we want your repair to last. We want longevity for you. I don't want to go back and fix your door every year for you. I want your family to be safe and you to feel comfortable.
That's awesome. I love that. One of the things that, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we do try to add value by telling them that all of our technicians are background checked.
Yes.
Nationally.
Absolutely. This is a good brainstorming activity. In fact, you could even start a Trello card right now in your new Trello board with value statements about your company. What are some things that make your company the best? We actually have these on our wall in our company.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So your warranties or your promises, we've just happened to brand our promise and call it the Red Handkerchief Promise. And we use that and we sell that. And that's something that no other company can copy because we branded it specifically for Western. We have a whole story behind it, which is pretty special. And you guys could do the same thing for your companies, right? Awesome. So for me, here's a couple of things that we put on ours. And this was a few years ago when I haven't updated it. I think I actually had 2 pages of these. But we sat down with the CSRs and we just brainstormed and, okay, what else? This is a really good thing to do with your technicians too. Because sometimes they're like, gosh, you're raising our prices again? Why are we charging so much? This is why. This is why we charge what we do. Because we put a lot of money into making sure we can promise all of these things and be this kind of a company for our customers, right? So this is a great activity to do with your field staff as well, is sit down and say, why should people choose us? What makes us special? What makes us stand apart from all of our competitors? And then as CSRs, when we get this list, it's not just great to have this list, but how do we use this now? We role play. As you're role playing some of those calls, you drop some of these statements in throughout the call. You're adding a little sugar here, adding a little more sugar down in this part, and you just insert value statements throughout the call. Okay, we ready? Here we go. This should work now.
So I grew up on a small farm in central Utah in a little town called Farron. We farmed about 60 acres while I was growing up. It was more than enough to keep me out of trouble, keep me busy. And you know, when I think about the time on the farm, I can attribute almost all of my success now in life to those lessons that I learned and just how much I appreciated my mom and dad, the work ethic and the drive and those things that they instilled into me while growing up. And you know, my dad and my mom, they both taught us just so many valuable lessons. You know, I just really appreciate that about my parents. And I remember just the long days out there working with my dad, and one thing that he always had with him was a handkerchief. He never left the house without it. He would always carry this with him, and you know, anytime we had grease on our fingers from working on the tractor that was broken down, or we just needed to wipe the sweat or busted knuckles from breaking them over, turning wrenches, digging into the engines and those type of things. Now, whenever I see this, it reminds me of those lessons that I learned, all about hard work and integrity and being honest and doing things right the first time. And when Angie and I purchased Western Heating and Air, this was our symbol. This is what we wanted to build our whole culture around at our company, was what this represented to me and her about those lessons learned. And so from day one, we wanted to hire individuals that had those same ethics. And when we go out to our clients, that's the experience that we wanted to give them, that we were a company that was going to keep our word. We were going to do a great job for them and make sure that we took care of them. So we hand out these to all of our clients on every single job that we go on. And I'm so grateful for the example that my mom and dad set for me, and we're able to build our whole culture around this handkerchief.
There you go. Okay. Uh-oh.
Hurry, Mom, no.
Uh-oh, what's happening? So fun fact on that, my son and daughter that were on that video, so obviously this video is from years ago. I mean, we rebranded since then, but this was a big part of kind of how we build our culture around that. And my son that you saw helping his dad and grandpa, he's now 18 and one of our installers. How fun is that? So yeah, it is a family business, right? But it's really cool when our CSRs can talk about that. You know, when someone says, "Hey, I saw your red handkerchief promise. What does that mean?" And we can tell them about that, or you could even send them the link for that, and say, "Hey, here's a video if you want to learn a little bit about our company and how we build our company and what our values are." So it's pretty special, and that's not something that my competitor can copy because it's my story. And so that is something that makes us special and unique, and we did that intentionally. So as a company, you can do that too. What makes your company special? What's unique about yourselves? And to be able to have your CSRs understand that and be able to communicate that, who doesn't want to work with a company like that, right? So it's about building these and helping your CSRs understand so they can communicate it and drop it in their conversations. Add that sugar throughout the call. The second area we want to talk about is our people. We want to talk about how great our people are. Because without our people, we don't really have a company, right? None of that matters if I don't have good people. And I want to make our customers feel excited about the people that are coming to their home. And if you're not excited about the people that you're sending out there, you need new people. Yeah. And so who are the people? Tell me about the people in your company. If you were to come up here on Shark Tank, why would I want your people at my company? We just talked about being background checked, drug tested. What do your customers love about your people?
We're veteran owned and operated.
Veteran owned and operated. I love that. What else?
They know the values and they embody the values. They have integrity, and we do treat our people like their family. We take care of, I want to send this tech out to this call because I know he's going to turn it and he's a good fit for this customer. I know they'll get along. Like, we have one technician that'll talk your ear off, and if they're a direct person, maybe it's not the best fit. But we make sure that we line up our people with our customers and make sure that they will take care of them as if they were, their grandma or anything else.
Yeah, for sure. I like that.
I think appearance, that's something huge that we encourage. Good hygiene, making sure they're put together, presentable, so that people feel comfortable with somebody walking into their garage or their home that doesn't look like they just came off the street. So clean clothes,
absolutely,
nice, not torn uniform, thing like that.
Vehicles too, that they don't just slap a sticker on the side of their truck.
Your vehicles are all marked, so they'll show up, you'll feel comfortable knowing it's a professional at your home. So you can speak about these service professionals, as Erica told us yesterday. They're not just technicians, they're service professionals. That will come and treat your home carefully, right? And you can get them excited about the service professional that will be coming to their home. They'll be very polite, they're courteous, they'll take time with you, they'll educate you, they'll walk through your system, they're gonna do a thorough diagnosis, of, answer your questions, all those things. Awesome. So think about your people. One way to find out what your customers like about your people, go read your reviews. What are they saying about your people? I'm going to read this one, and I want you to count on your fingers how many value statements the customer says about your people or your company. If you're at all wondering which company to use, go with this one. They'll help you with the utmost care and consideration. We reached out to so many different companies about getting our mini split fixed, and Western Heating and Air were the only company we found that could do the job we needed to be done. They went out of their way to do something a little out of the norm for us, and we appreciate them so much. We canceled on them last minute multiple times because our unit had not yet come on, and we never got any sort of sass or annoyance. I thought that was kind of funny. They happily just rescheduled. As for Tyler and Parker, they're an amazing duo. They helped me figure out all the tricky electrical locations while my husband wasn't home, and they did so with a smile. They did the job very efficiently, and were extremely personable and kind to my baby and I. I would hire them again in a heartbeat as they went above and beyond to make all of our AC dreams come true after many hot months of trying to get it fixed. This company and these guys are the real deal. Call and make an appointment. You won't regret it. That's a pretty cool testimonial right there, right? But if you go back, what were some of the things they said about my team that I could use in a future conversation?
Utmost care and consideration.
The utmost care and consideration.
Extremely personable.
Extremely personable.
Very efficient.
Efficient, yep.
No sass.
No sass. No sass or annoyance. I thought that was kind of funny. Felt very easy to work with, right? They would happily reschedule. We don't want to use the word reschedule, but.
They worked together. They were happy to do so. Like it wasn't just what we were doing with them, it's what we were doing with each other. We were a team.
And they worked on tricky things. They took the time to figure out this tricky problem. They'll take the time to do that, right? Out of the norm. Good. If you're wondering what value statements or how to describe your team, go see how your customers are describing them. So this is going to be part of our workshop time. You're going to go to some of your reviews and you're going to see, and maybe now that we've learned ChatGPT, go to the reviews of this company and see what customers are saying about the people. What are customers like? Now you don't have to do the research. ChatGPT will do it for you, right? So go to your reviews and see what they're saying, and then insert those to create value statements for your CSRs to use about your people. And then finally, your products and your services. I think it's important. Do your CSRs know all the products and services you offer? Everything? They should. Till you get tricky questions sometimes, and it's like, hey, do you do this? And you're like, I don't know, do we? Because you haven't heard of that before. So in your Trello board, you have one of these that says company services, where you can list out your different services, and on all of your services, you can create a different card for each service and put some of those value statements on there. For example, if you've got a customer that's thinking about getting one of your services, let's say maybe like an air conditioner tune-up, like, can you tell me a little bit about this tune-up? What will they do when they're out there? What does your tune-up include? You open up your card. Well, this tune-up is going to be very cost-effective for you because it's going to help you save a lot of money in your utility bills. When they do it, they're going to be very thorough. They'll check all the safeties, valves, the wires, the connections, and clean and test it. And of course, you're not going to dump all the sugar on it, but you're going to give a little bit, and then you're going to wait for more questions, and then you'll add a little more. Yeah, you're going to love it because it's going to help your equipment last longer, and it won't break down throughout the season, right? Like you've got all of these listed on that card as a tool for your CSRs to help add the sugar and add the value on the call. Just kind of a little cheat sheet there. So I know we're going to have lunch here in about 10 minutes, but we're going to have a little bit of workshop time after lunch, and I would like you to build out some value statement cards about your company, your people, and your products and services. And I know you're not going to get all of these done, and this would be a great thing even for you to take back to your team and say, okay, we're going to have a team building activity. You're going to do all of the service call ones. You're going to do the air conditioner. You're going to do the water heater. You're going to do, and you take all of your different services and you split them up between the team and have them, give them an assignment to go gather the value statements and create that list for you and then bring it back and upload it. Sound good? But what you'll do after our lunch and during our workshop time, I want you to build some of those out for those different areas. And then we're going to do show and tell. So I'm going to have a few of you come up and share one of your value statements, and then maybe even, show us how you'd use that in a call. Sound good? Make sense? One thing I did want to highlight is research has shown that customers value in marketing. Do any of you do marketing at your company too? Yeah? In marketing, if you can show a homeowner or portray that you're going to help them save money, save time, or keep their family safe and healthy, those are the three main value things that cause people to buy. Now maybe you've got some data to back that up, right? Like this group did. They might have data to back it up. Maybe you've got just other facts, but those type of things should be in your value statements. How it saves you money, time, and keeps your family safe and healthy. That's why I put that in our little activity, because that's how homeowners are thinking and that's how they buy. So we're going to work on our value statement lists. I want you to make one solid list, whether it's the company, one on your people, or one on one of your products or services. And then I'm going to have you share it with your table so that you'll be sharing your list with everyone on your table. And then I may pick one person from each table to come up and share with the group. So build that list out right now. You can use ChatGPT to help you if you would like. Go to your reviews or whatever you'd like to do. But we'll be sharing those. I'll give you about 15 minutes to build it out, and then we'll do our show and tell. I'm excited to see your lists. Depending on what you'd like to build your value list on. So we talked about doing your products or services. So a value list might be what people might say about what does a garage door service look like? What can we expect? Why would I want to have your company come service my garage door? So building out a list like that. Or you can do one about just the people that work with you or your company overall. So, and. But I would love for each of you to take a moment and share with the others at your table what you've created, what you were working on, maybe how you created that. I've seen some of you using ChatGPT, some of you using the reviews. So just share among yourselves. And then when you're finished, I'm going to have maybe one person from each table come up and share, and then maybe demonstrate how this might go on a phone call. So go ahead and take the next 5 minutes and just share at your table. Your name? Oh, you're like, they wrote a review about me.
Yeah, me.
I love it.
Normally you'll just mention the technicians, but you remember who you spoke to on the phone, and I love that.
I love that too. It means you made an impression. You were memorable. Yes. At least worth mentioning and taking time to write a review about. That is so awesome. No haggling or hidden fees. There you go. I like that one.
Yeah.
So I took one of our 5-star reviews and then went to ChatGPT. So this is for garage door installs. So at garage, with a review, create a value statement for why to choose us for garage door installs.
Okay.
So it's at Garage Door Doctor, we believe that the installation of a new garage door should be a seamless and satisfying experience from start to finish. Our team of skilled professionals go above and beyond to ensure that every detail is handled with care and expertise. From the moment we arrive, we prioritize clear communication, punctuality, and exceptional craftsmanship to ensure your new garage door is installed to perfection. We offer only the highest quality doors that enhance the functionality, security, and curb appeal of your home. Our installation process is efficient and thorough, ensuring your garage door operates smoothly, quietly, and reliably for years to come. We take pride in leaving every workspace clean and tidy so you can enjoy your new door without any hassles. When you choose Garage Door Doctor for your garage door replacement, you're choosing a team that values professionalism, quality, and customer satisfaction. We are committed to providing you with the stress-free experience and a garage door that adds to both beauty and value to your home.
So this was awesome because it was a lot of different values.
Mhm.
That's basically commercial for your company, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
could you chunk those out and
Mhm.
insert those into scripts or have those ready for CSRs whenever
Right.
you needed to insert one?
Yeah.
Right? That's awesome. Okay, tell us what you did and how you.
So I'm in the install department, so I kind of just wrote down a little list of like everything that we guarantee with our installs. We have experienced and trained installers. We've been around for 37 years. We provide a 3-year labor warranty with all of our installs. We have a quality assurance and final inspections on everything we install. We have a no lemons guarantee, 100% install money back guarantee, and it's better than we found it.
Nice. Wouldn't that be great if one of our CSRs is talking to a customer like, well, what makes your install so great? There you go. You've got all of those things. Plus, these are also great for your salespeople to use too, right?
Yeah. Like, what can they say after you say that? Like, I'm going to use somebody else? Like, no.
Yeah.
They try.
Awesome. Big round of applause for Annie. Because you did a little something different on ChatGPT that I noticed. I thought it might be helpful to just for people to kind of hear your thinking process and how you did that.
Okay, so basically what I did was I copied our reviews from our website, put it into ChatGPT, and then I told ChatGPT, make this into a report where CSR can use our core values as a way to receive an inbound call for a customer requesting HVAC or plumbing services. So it gave me a huge paragraphs, and I just said condense it, make it simpler, make it smaller. So it brought it down from 25 down to 10, basically saying we're professional, we have integrity, problem solving, we're punctual, we're transparent, and the script basically comes out. Thank you for calling PDS Plumbing and Air, where professionalism and integrity guide our work. My name is Kevin. How can I assist you with your HVAC or plumbing needs?
So what was the prompt you put after you had that narrow it down to 10? You put a prompt in to turn it into scripts, right?
Yes.
What was the prompt?
Let's create a list. Create this list into a script for a CSR to use on an inbound call for a customer requesting HVAC and/or plumbing services needed.
Okay, so read us a few of those because I thought that was awesome.
For the script or?
Yeah.
So thank you for calling PDS Plumbing and Air, where professionalism and integrity guide our work. My name is Kevin. How can I assist you with your HVAC or plumbing needs today? After they respond, you say, thank you for letting me know, sir, madam. I want to assure you that our team is known for its expertise and problem-solving skills, so you're in good hands. We're punctual and efficient, ensuring that your service will be completed on time and to the highest quality. After they keep going with the details, say, I appreciate those details. Our commitment to transparency means you'll always receive clear communication and honest assessments. Plus, our focus on customer satisfaction ensures we tailor our service to meet your needs. And then let's schedule a time that works for you. Our team members are respectful, maintain cleanliness in your home, and prioritize safety during every job. They're adaptable and equipped to handle different conditions effectively.
So there's all the value statements about his people on that one as they're scheduling.
And to finalize, your appointment is all set. Sir, madam, we'll also follow up to make sure you're satisfied and to see if there's anything else we can assist with. If you need any more information, please feel free to reach out. Thank you for choosing PDS Plumbing and Air, where dependable and innovative solutions are part of our promise.
Another little value statement at the end. Oh, he gets a sticker. So after he got all the values narrowed down to the 10 value statements, then
Yeah, just make this list into a script for a CSR to use on an inbound call for a customer requesting HVAC and plumbing services needed.
So make this list into an inbound script for a CSR to use while scheduling whatever service.
Yep.
I thought that was pretty cool because it used value statements throughout the call and it made it just part of what they were saying. So really great. Okay, let's come over to this table. Who's sharing over here?
Alrighty, so I use Chat GPT as well, and I put in basically just a snippet of what our mission statement is and asked to give me some core values. I got about 8. Then I said, will you give me a script I can use to book a call off of these statements? So similar to what you were doing. Yeah. And so I came up with this. Okay, hello, this is Betsy with A+ Garage Doors. How can I help you? I'm glad you called at A+ Garage Doors. We try take pride in delivering exceptional service to every one of our customers, and that sometimes our clients really appreciate, as you'll see from our many positive reviews. We've been serving homeowners in Utah for over 15 years, and our team is made up of certified professionals who are committed to make sure the job is done right the first time. Could you tell me more about what's going on with your garage door? Are you looking for repair, or is this a new installation? Thank you for sharing that. I completely understand how frustrating that can be. With our 15 years of experience in this industry, our team has handled a wide variety of situations just like yours. We specialize in both repairs and installations, and we're committed to provide high-quality service backed by the expertise of our certified technicians. What's great about working with us is that we're fully transparent and rely on real feedback from our customers just like you. Our goal is to make sure you're completely satisfied with the work, and that's why we've earned thousands of 5-star reviews from people who trust us with their garage door needs. I'd happy to help you schedule an appointment for one of our technicians to come out and take a look at your garage door. Our team will provide an honest, upfront assessment and will give you a detailed explanation of what needs to be done. We offer flexible schedules, and we can get someone out to you as early as tomorrow morning or afternoon. Great, let's get you on the schedule. I'll confirm the date and time with you. We'll send you a reminder and ensure the technician arrives on time. And just so you know, we'll provide a transparent, honest quote before any work begins, so there is no surprises. We're excited to help you with your garage door needs. You'll see why so many homeowners trust A+ Garage Doors for their service. Thank you for choosing us, and we look forward to getting this resolved for you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love this. I love to see how innovative you're getting with the value statements, pulling them into scripts. And I love how it's, focused, a lot of these are focused on your company and your people. And then to think about how you could even tighten that down even more on a tune-up or a service call, or like we did the installation specifically on the service or product. I love that. Okay, is there anyone at this table that would like to share? All right, Kansas.
This one's pretty similar to like the script writing as well. So thank you for calling Sun City Garage Doors. Our mission is to provide honest, reliable, and professional service that keeps your garage door running smoothly and safely. We focus on thorough maintenance, fair pricing, and same-day service to give you peace of mind and protect your investment. Our certified technicians are here to deliver quality care while building trust and lasting relationships with our customers. How can we assist you today? Then talk about what's wrong, and then thank you for choosing Sun City Garage Doors. We genuinely care about your safety and satisfaction, and we're here whenever you need us. Have a great day, and don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything in the future.
There you go. Man, you got one too? Anybody else? Okay, awesome. Round of applause for Kansas. I love that. Great work. I think the goal here, and as you're working with your CSRs, to introduce these value statements to them, introduce the scripting. The scripting is there as a training tool. It is not there to use as a crutch, right? This is something to help them learn, and so that it can become a natural thing. You're going to have to practice this. You're going to have to role play. On a scorecard, if you're creating a scorecard to measure this, minimum 2 value statements throughout the phone call, right? The more, the better. We just don't want to be dumping loads of sugar on the call and make it a commercial, right? It needs to sound conversational, and so that's the thing you need to work on with your CSRs as you're practicing, to make it sound conversational, but they throw it in as they're going. So practicing will be the key here. Great work. We are going to, it is 2 o'clock. We'll take a 15-minute break. I know we just had lunch, but we'll take a 15-minute break. Phone calls, emails, whatever you need to catch up on. If you want to keep working on this, great. And then we're going to turn the rest of the afternoon over to Erica for her last session and workshop. And then we have something very fun at the end for all of you. So I hope nobody's planning on leaving early, because you don't want to miss that. But enjoy the break, and we will see you back here in 15 minutes.